I have this old power supply from a long time ago, like 20 years ago, and I want to keep using it because it can output 12 volts, 8 amps. That's almost 100 watts, and I use it for my electric drill, which doesn't have a battery anymore. 12 volts work instead of the battery, and LED strips can be run from it, or anything 12 volt or even 5 volt. It also outputs 100 watts on 5 volts, and it can be simply turned on with a real switch. You don't have to fiddle with the main board connector and blah blah blah. And yeah, this is just practical for me, and I have it laying around. So what I checked before I tell you what my plan is that these mounting points are exactly the same as in a new ATX power supply. Exactly. So I want to transfer the electronics from inside here, the rusted and very heavy box, into this much lighter and modern looking ATX power supply. This burned down a long time ago. I'm not going to mention the brand, but it rhymes with Irius. And yeah, now it's empty. So I can just mount the electronics inside, and even the switch, I can use this one. I don't have to use the external switch. This one. I don't have to use this. So yeah, let's get started or something. So let's open this very clean old power supply. Hopefully it's very clean inside. And take out the guts. I know it's working because I used it before a lot. So it's worth doing. Oh, not too dusty, and the fan is connected to 5 volts, so it doesn't spin too fast and make a lot of noise. There's definitely no dust here, and a screw is missing. That's interesting. I don't remember doing that. Okay, I don't think it's a problem, but yeah. Let's take that out and take out the circuit board. No, first the fan. Let's take out the fan. Yes, one more, and the fan is out. I believe I replaced the fan in this one. I don't remember. Maybe it's a new fan. Or just oiled it. Yeah, I just oiled it. And now it's very dirty. I have to clean it. So the fan is out. Does this have any practical reason for being here? Something connected to the ground? But why? So I have to take all this whole assembly out? I just need the input, not this second port for the monitor. I don't need this. So we'll see. So the input is here, the white and black wires. Yeah, and it's switched on through this external switch that turns on the both connectors. That's interesting. It connects to both when you turn it on. And when it's off, the monitor doesn't get any power either. Interesting. I don't really remember these old computers, how they worked. I assume the monitor was always on some power supplies and off on others. I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering a different era when it was already ATX, the beginning of ATX, with the Pentium 2 and K6 processors. Okay, so this doesn't want to move. So let me think here. So the black and white connect directly. Okay. The switch connects them directly to the input. The blue wires come into the switch. I mean the blue and the brown. Yes? And there should also be a white and black. Okay, here they are. And there's also grounding. That's a smart thing, which ends here. You have to connect it separately to the computer case, normally. Well, this is a fine design. So I can just take off this second port. This does nothing here, because the input gets directly connected to the... Oh, it gets the power factor correction. Yeah. So when the input is connected to the black and white, then this is also active. I'll have to leave it on. Okay. That's not really a problem. Let's see. I'll have to solder it. Let's just take this off. If I can, if it's not too... Oh yeah, it's not just soldered, it's in there, twisted and stuff. That's unfortunate. So I just cut it. That's what they forced me to do. I'd like to leave it like that, because I don't really care about that plug. I can just cut it out of the casing. If I can find my scissors. One moment, please. So here we are. I have the scissors. So I just cut this out. I'm not in a mood to solder and desolder and all the shit. I just cut it out like that and bend it in one direction or the other if I can, maybe with more force and determination. And scratching the desk. That's unfortunate. But so this port is out. I will just put duct tape on it and electrical tape, okay. And I'll have to desolder the other plug. That's not a problem. And solder it to the new one on in the new case. See, this has a shiny new plug and new switch, barely used. So yeah, let's just desolder this. Try not to touch anything because capacitors may still have some charge. Come on. They had to put it in the hole, so it's hard to desolder. Why do you do these things properly? So it's harder to disassemble. Come on out. Okay. And the ground. What do I do with the ground? Well, yeah, I will desolder that and solder it to the new one, as is. It has a winding, an inductor, or what do you call it? To filter out noise. I have no idea. I'm not an expert. But this is not coming out easily without a fight. Okay, done. Is disconnected. One more screw on the bottom, or not screw. That's yeah, that is soldered or something. We'll have to get out the circuit board first and cut these stupid zip ties. These zip ties are stupid. Okay, now it should come out easily. And with a longer screwdriver, get these screws out. And then maybe vacuum out the dust. Surprisingly, none of the capacitors are blown. I don't know how they did it. Maybe I can see a date of manufacture on the bottom, maybe. It would be interesting to see how long it lasted. And it will last several more years, hopefully. So, when was it manufactured? Can you see it on the camera? Right there. 950301. Revision A. So it's 20 6-year-old power supply and still working. In the meanwhile, the new power supplies barely last, like the crappy ones 1 or 2 years, and the better ones maybe 5, 6. So yeah. Where is my other tool? To get this stupid screw out. I don't know why they put it like this. Kind of stupid, but I guess it does the job. Usually the ground is put on the 4th screw in the corner, like here. They usually don't bother putting in a separate one. So these green wires all connect to one. Wait. And this is also connected. It's shorted. It makes no sense. What is this? It's a winding, an inductor. But why? Both its legs are shorted here. Oh, I see. It's not. Okay. So this one goes to the plug. Oh. Oh, okay. So it may have some purpose here. It's a winding. So this one goes to the ground of the input plug, and this goes to the grounding of the box. Okay. I will put that back. So this one, I don't know what to do with it. I will just tape it off. It's no problem. I don't use it. So yeah, let's get rid of this old box and let's vacuum the power supply. Okay, so I mounted the logic board, I mean all the electronics, into the new case, and now I'm battling with this cluster of wires. I decided to take out the external switch, so that is coming off right now, hopefully. Any day now. If it's not twisted and bent. Oh, it's hot. Oh, yes, I did it. It's all twisted in there. I don't know why they do it like this. And bent my tip. Okay. Now, ooh, it's all hot. It's still hot. So let's try this one. The black wire. This 50-watt soldering iron can handle it, it seems. Ah! It's burning! Fuck! The soldering iron is hot! I would have never guessed that. So let's see, from the other side, maybe. Yes, finally. Okay, the switch is out. Now let's try to eliminate this stupid thing. So I can just put this directly on the other plug, no problem. Because it ends up being connected to that. Or not on the plug, on the switch. Let's put it on the switch. Yeah, that's a much better idea. So the black will go. Let's take off the black. The black will go on the switch, I think. And whoever bundled these wires together here should go to hell. Yep, it's not coming off. It's twisted. Okay, I'm beat. There, I got it off. So the black will go into the switch, and I'll connect this leg to the switch also. And how do I do that? It's also twisted around the... Man, it's twisted around the leg. Oh boy. Somebody was very unhappy here. That sucks. But if it's designed that way, then let's put it back. It's not coming. Oh boy. This is just a mess. I will burn up my iron. It's not coming. I have to switch strategies. I just cut it off. I had enough of the soldering job they did. So this will go to the black wire, and the other one will go to the white wire, so I can put it here. Am I saying that right? Yeah. I can solder it here, and the other one will go down. So let's stretch it. Yeah, let's stretch it so it can reach both contacts. Perfect. It reaches. Let's just put some solder on the tip. I'm old-fashioned that way. I know some people put it directly to the solder, to the joint that you want to solder. I just heat up the tip barely to melt slightly, to melt the solder slightly, and then it's on the tip. And I solder. So this is on the white. This will have to go to the... No, yes. Okay. Like that. And it goes down right there. Perfect. So that will be the black down there. Need a scissors for that to clean it. I mean, remove the insulation like a barbarian. You shouldn't do it like that. There are tools for this sort of thing. But when I'm in a hurry and I don't have to do it a lot, I just use whatever I have handy. And the tip burned out. Perfect. Perfect timing. Yeah, it doesn't work anymore. It's one of those things that you see that it's okay, but it moved. It's not. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't make contact. Okay. So it's still good, but I have to tighten the screws a little bit. Yeah. Okay. That was scary. So it still works. Yeah. Okay. When you heat it up a lot, it comes loose for some reason. It comes loose from the screw. And yeah. Now how am I going to reach that down there? Oh boy. Let's see. So this is the input, and it will of the power supply. So it has to go from the plug interrupted by the switch and here. Let's see. How can I stretch it? There. Oh boy. Just make a big mess. It worked for them. Maybe it will work for me. 200 watts. It will handle it. These are thick wires. No matter how bad you solder it, it will most likely survive. Yeah, did it? Nope, it's not connected. I can barely see it down there. So, let's see. From a different angle. Yep, I think I got it. It's connected. Okay. And the switch still switches. Okay. That was a bad solder job. Don't look at it, but it will work. So the white, this will be the other one, and then we'll have to connect the grounding, I think, with that winding. For some reason they put that there. We'll see. Yep. So the white goes here. Hopefully, oh boy, this is not properly soldered. I was complaining about the Chinese not doing a good job, and then I mess up too. Poetic justice, or what do you call it? Come on. Yeah, this is amateur hour. Yeah, I soldered better when I was 5 years old. So, yeah, whatever. So this one goes to the how? Yeah, this one goes to the yeah, that's the only possibility. I can check the recording. Before I plug it in, I will check the recording so I didn't make a mistake, to make sure I didn't make a mistake. But I think this is where it goes. Yes. And to the grounding here. Okay, okay. Move it out of the way a bit. Well, yeah, maybe down here. It will stay down here. And put the... Oh, I will put it here in the classic place with the circuit board. It's much easier. It has a better angle. Like here. It connects to the same thing. Okay. So like that. This can't short out anything because it's well insulated with a rubber tube or something. Heat shrink. And yeah, I think that's all the wiring. We got rid of most of it because we don't need two plugs. I need to clean this fan or just put in a new one. I think I'll put in a new one. Like this. This is a brand new fan. I think it was in this. That's funny. It was in this exact case with the burned out power supply. Yeah. Now it's come home. That's a coincidence. It wasn't planned. So yeah, even if you buy a crappy power supply, you at least have a good fan. You bought a good fan for 10 bucks. And a good steel case for electronics. You can mount something else in here. An amplifier or something else. I don't know what else. Anything that needs a fan, I mean cooling, and uses AC, plugs into the wall. Already has a switch here, and the power plug. Switch, power plug, cooling, what else you need. So yeah, it's all connected, mostly connected. Oh, I can just plug this in to the fan header. Should I try that? First I need to see which one is the ground. That's the minus. Let's see. This is the ground. Yeah, that one is the ground. So that's the black. I connected here because I saw that it's temperature controlled. It says on the box of the power supply. Here's the fan curve. You see? So when it's at 10 degrees, it's almost... Oh wait, at 10 degrees. Haha, that's stupid. If it's almost freezing, then it's silent, and then it ramps up at 40 degrees. That's kind of... Yeah, so at 70 it's also at the same speed. Whatever. Yeah, it's okay. I think it will not heat up very much. But we'll see. I can always connect it back to 5 volts only, or 7 volts. When connecting to the 12 volt plus and 5 volt plus, you get 7 volts. So yeah, I think it's done. It's done. So I just have to check the footage, and then I won't take it apart anymore. If everything checks out, then I have a nice new power supply for my drill and all the other 12 volt or 5 volt accessories. It can output 100 watts on 12 volt and another 100 watts on 5 volts. So yeah, this is very useful, I think. And yeah, it has proper cooling. This will be very useful. So that's about it. If I experience anything, I will just put it in the description of the video, so you will know if I made a mistake or something. Yeah. I tried it and it works. I wired everything correctly, and when I turn it on, the fan starts. Maybe you can hear it. It's blowing air. So now let's measure the voltages. If I remember correctly, it's only 11 volts, which is not a real problem. So let's see. Yeah, 11.4, and under load it goes down to 11 under full load. And the 5 volt, that's much better, exactly 5. Yeah, but likewise under load it should go down significantly to 4.8, maybe 4.5, but not under that. So yeah, this is a nice salvaged power supply, and it will serve well. Well, this fan is kind of loud. Maybe I'll change that or put it on 5 volts. But yeah, other than that, it works very well.